did have the thought earlier today that I think we should tell Firm what happened to the Juraskar.
He'd be upset.
Yeah, but
Don't tell him
I
until
think
later.
he I think he should know. I don't think we should keep that hidden from him. Um, but we hit the road. We were back on the road, and then we're once again the stalked prey of the Juraskar. I feel like there was an obstruct. Yes, there was. We prior to the encounter with the creature, we were kind of blocked on the road by what was uh, grim tableau of our current uh, situation where there was a bunch of undead. There were several um, uh, civilians that had risen from the recent dead and had fought against some paladins, and there was just a lot of loss on both sides, with plenty of dead soldiers. Um, and while we were blocked, the Juraskar, which had we learned consumed the death kiss we gave it a year ago and grew eye stalks, um, uh, attacked us. And I think, if I'm remembering right, we did pretty good, guys. We kind of walked away pretty easily from that fight. So good job.
Yeah, there's some very good spell work and action work. Yeah, you guys managed to limit what could have been a much more dangerous encounter to one that was easily managed by you all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Something
Ve-
we knew would kill us the first time we encountered it, and then it's leveled up since we've seen it and we did a good job.
I
Yeah, it was
almost
good.
saved it.
And then I
Yeah,
think we
you
just hit the
almost
road
saved
again.
it.
I was
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
there. I had a
it was
horn going
incredible.
on. I duded my horn. I had very good armor. I was
Yeah,
helping.
yeah. Zal
Yeah.
has complicated feelings.
Yeah, the charmed by monster. I'm here
Aren't
to
we all?
save you. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Cool. Go ahead and take some inspiration. You all are, I believe this is still accurate. The morning of the 25th of Flame Rule, um, having come off the, was it because you had the encounter, and then the rest of the day, I know there was like the conversation with, I think that was like a camp at night. The
Yeah,
conversation with Leyless about like his whole deal with dragon stuff, and um, mysteries still abound, but perhaps a better understanding may have been gained. Um, I don't know, but certainly discussions about him being the Korvarox and what that may entail in his connection to these draconic deities. Um, yeah, I probably should have written down that way I knew for sure what if the calendar date is correct, or if did I change it? Did I not change it?
I
Who
remember
knows?
last week during the day you said we were a week away from the full moon.
Yeah, I mean, you've definitely moved closer to that date, but I think it's fine if it's for like a day or whatever. I think it's accurate, but it doesn't matter in reality. Cool. So the morning of the 25th of Flame Rule, you all are gathering yourselves, getting ready for another day of travel to Maras. um, is there anything anyone would like to do on this morning? Otherwise, we'll roll to see what happens for the day.
Uh, actually, at the start of this day, I'll switch out the Griffin for Pegasus because we're getting closer to Maras, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can look on the map. You're like, getting there.
Okay, never mind. We're still a couple days out. I'm just not gonna wheel the Griffin into a
Yeah,
major city. Horse with
yeah.
wings is an easier sell.
It's like roughly 3-ish days, give or take.
Actually, I'll go ahead and cast it and just do the Pegasus.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
Is the Pegasus in your steed list? Yes, it is.
Should be, yeah.
And who is getting your temp HP? Your inspiring leader.
Same as last. So it's me, Laylis, uh, Whispers, and then the three
The
commoners.
3 peeps. Okay,
Yeah, they
you
get
got
the.
it. Okay. Everyone should have Goodberry from last night's Goodberry, if I recall.
That is correct.
Okay, yeah, which would take care of most people's food requirements. Do you ever have extra of those berries? How many do you make? Is it 10 on?
It's 10,
Does,
so I almost always have extras, and I'm tracking those on a daily basis.
oh, okay. Does it? Can you ever have more than 10? Does it scale? Is it always 10?
No, it's always 10.
Always 10. Okay. Obviously, like 10 clears your party as well as the guests you have. Um, uh, I don't know how many you would have extra, like your horses need to eat, right? And
Right.
like the griffin and the Basar obviously can hunt food as
Mhm.
needed. Um,
Oh
but your
God,
horses do occasionally do
Oh.
need to eat.
a horse so big.
Is horse big?
I don't think a horse should be that big.
No, that's correct.
Oh,
Correct,
it
because
is.
this is
It's
your
a-
scale.
yeah.
Yeah, it's your
Okay.
token scale. Yeah,
It's a massive horse.
yeah, horse as big as a city. It's a kaiju horse. Cool. Okay. You guys gather yourselves, hop on the cart, and begin the travel for the day. Let's see. Um, Dawson, I know that you're finishing up a thing, but are you able to roll a d12 for me? Just see. Okay, they might be otherwise engaged. In that case, Durham, it falls to you, sir. I get a d12 to see if anything happens on this day of travel.
Yeah. Hold on. My big fat fingers.
11. Okay. Ooh. Okay. You all moving down the road. You begin to pass by. I mean, a lot of this is fairly familiar territory. You guys have been on this road before, some of you more than once, or more than a couple times. You're approaching the town. You're like approaching the turnoff for the town of Oakenstall. And as you do, you see fire coming from the direction of the town. What would you guys like to do?
Pick up the pace.
Well, I'm on my fastest fucking mount, so time to do some aerial scouting.
Okay, cool. As the cart begins to take the turn towards that direction, um, uh, you on the Pegasus begin flying high and fast to see if you can get a view of what's going on over there. Make me a perception check. You're going to see a bunch no matter what, but this will give us an idea of how much detail.
Okay.
Okay. If your horse is also skilled in perception,
Uh,
if you want to have them roll as well.
sure. Uh, closed out their thing. Yeah, get fucked, horse.
Mhm.
You don't got shit on me.
No, not anyone can enroll. You guys are in the cart behind. They are flying ahead scouting. So this is their role. um. Okay. On a 22. Cool. How are you trying to like stay close to the cart, or are you like taking advantage of the fact that you are being high out of danger to like go
That
fast and get there?
Yeah, and
Okay.
specifically because I am on the fastest variation of amount that I have
Okay.
flying. Like 90
Cool.
feet flying is fast as fuck.
90 feet flying. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Very
we're hauling
fast.
ass.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, truly. Okay. Um, you arrive easily like I mean it only takes you about like maybe like 5 to 10 minutes to clear the line to get up above the town, but on your way with a 22, this town is like actively under siege by quite a large horde of undead. There's probably like 200 or so undead attacking this town at the current moment, but you see like there's like more coming. But you see like roughly about that many just like on the outskirt of the town, and then like in the town there are skeletons and zombies, just different manner of corpses walking. um,
Is
some Go on.
Does it look like there are any pockets of like resistance? Like I assume at least one of their like outer perimeters has been breached if there's a few in.
Do you mean the town?
Yeah.
Oh, the town's like overrun, right?
Okay.
Like, yeah, the town, like, you can see, like, there are some barricades around some of the buildings, right? Remember, Oakenstall is very small, right?
Mhm.
So, they're probably the townsfolk there, of as far as like in the town, not in the surrounding farmland. In the town itself, I mean, they're probably outnumbered like I don't know, 7 to 1, 8 to 1. Like it's bad. Um, there are some small fires in different places. There's one home is like just fully actively engulfed at the moment. You see there are pockets of undead that are banging, against walls and doors. There's also some that like there's a lot that are just kind of meandering around, right? That don't have like an active target that they're focusing on. But this is a large horde that has come into Oakenstall right now. Um, is there
Uh,
anything that you would like to do?
do I see anyone fighting? Like I know there can't be a lot of people left if they're this overrun, but that means they would have fallen back to, like you said, one or two of the houses. Is there any sign of like people shoving spears out of windows or
With the
like
22, yeah, you see the buildings that are still standing. You do see that there is still people alive. There are people trying to fight back. Um, you even see a little like fire come out of one of these buildings and then land in a group, like someone tossed not like a fireball but like a Molotov cocktail kind of thing.
uh,
So there are definitely people that are trying to fight. You see the general store, the inn, and like the blacksmith farrier. They seem to be like the have held up the best, and where you see a lot of that like concentrated fighting happening.
yeah,
But you also see like there's a lot of bodies uh, around the area too.
about how like big I know that it's more of like a village, right?
Yeah, much more like a village. Yeah.
I want to try to find the biggest, because you said they're still actively flowing into the town, right? Like
There
they're
are, yeah, it's
they're
like little
chain swarming at this
there's
point.
trickles that are coming in, being
Yeah.
pulled in to where the action is happening.
Um, I want to. I can't really divide the ones that are currently up in there fighting the townsfolk, right? But I want to try to find a big like selection of them that are kind of like moving in, and then cast Wall of Stone and just form like basically an artificial alley on one of like the roads that a bunch of them are lined up on.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What's the range? How close down do you have to get to do your
120 feet.
Okay, yeah, still
I
very
switch
very
mass.
far from danger. Yeah.
Yeah, I checked that out first because I was like, ooh, I don't want to get close to something that can like spit or something.
Yeah. And so is the attention are you trying to funnel them or block them?
Block them.
Block them.
I want to give the people that are fighting a bit of reprieve by just stopping the flow for a second.
Yeah.
Just to try to buy time, right? It's basically it's just an alley that I'm constructing that's like, I mean, it's 100 feet, so I'm probably not going to do it super high because it doesn't necessarily need to be. But it'll be, I guess the line would have to be, it's 100 feet, so it's like 40 feet on either side. Probably 40 feet on either side, and then I guess it only needs to be 10 across. So 10, and then two sets of 45 feet. Although I guess it would have to be 40 feet. So yeah, it's 10 on one side and 40 feet on the other, with basically just making like an alley, because I'm assuming the undead are dumb enough to just kind of keep walking in the direction they were walking, and they're gonna have to turn around and walk their way out of the alley.
Yeah, you looking at them like a lot of what you're looking at, you don't see where you're putting the stone. Yeah, they're just like bumping. They'll bump into
Yeah.
it, and then yeah, you'll be able to kind of maneuver them a bit.
Yeah, it's purely a stalling action because the second that goes off, I'm fucking hauling ass as fast as I can back to the group to let them know.
Okay, very good. Um, cool. You head back. I mean, while there is a large, there's a large number of threats here. You have managed to, displace a bit
Yeah,
of it.
I can't fix this by myself. So the best I could do is buy a little bit of time for some of these people and then haul ass back and let them know exactly what's happening here.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
can actually
excellent.
organize.
Okay, hell yeah.
Wish I had fucking
Um,
sending.
yeah, with a 22 as well. I'll give you this too, because that's a very good site as far as detail goes. So obviously, you know that there's places where um, uh, people are still alive, and it's certainly possible people are alive in like the outskirting farmlands as well.
Hmm.
Um, uh, Within this clumping of undead, um, you do notice that there appears to be um, uh, three individuals total. Um, Two of which seem to be kind of like actively seem to be actively directing some of these like undead, right?
Hmm.
And then there's one among them. There's a third entity that has like a stronger looking form to them. That these two seem to be like deferring to. So there actually is a leadership happening here, and those three do not seem mindless like the
Got
others.
it.
Yeah.
So from the distance I'm looking at them, it's basically just that their body language is completely different. They're not shambling, they're not like wandering around, they're
Yeah,
moving with more purpose.
exactly, yeah, and with your perception, yeah, you're able to kind of piece like, okay, there something else is also happening here as well. um, because you are flying on a Pegasus, these three, you see that like they take
Mhm.
notice of your position.
Oh yeah, that's part of why I did not get any closer than to dip in very briefly for 120 feet and then back out because I'm assuming one of them is a spellcaster of some
Um,
kind.
Cool. Okay, you head back to the others. Um, the rest of you on the cart uh, see after about 15 minutes the Pegasus like racing back and swooping down towards you all.
Yeah, like the second we land, I am babbling it out and also using minor illusion to give like essentially because I got an aerial view. I'm trying to reconstruct the aerial view as much as possible to convey like how fucked the situation is. I'll relay about the three smarter ones, or at least more purposeful ones. But yeah, the fact that the town is properly fucked, and most of them have had to retreat back to, the I think you said the general store, the blacksmith, and the I don't remember what the third one was.
Yeah, general store, blacksmith, and the inn.
Yeah, either way, the major thing will just be the minor illusion that it probably doesn't include like all the undead. It's just the like rushed being like here, here, and here is where they're hiding.
By any of the descriptions or illusions, are we able to determine what kind of undead we are looking at?
Means all you would have seen, certainly, right? Like uh, zombies,
Yeah.
skeletons. The three more notable. Yeah, two of them appear to be whites, most likely. The third, though, you're not sure. Plus, you're also like very far
Yeah.
away. You're the 22 is good, but you can't see their face,
Mhm.
from that distance. But you get a sense of like, okay, I think there's at least two whites and then something else besides that.
Mhm.
Um, uh, in the like outskirting, there was some larger creatures coming in. You think that sorry, with the 22 you don't think. You definitely noted at least two undead giants in the mix. Maybe an ogre in there, but they were very far away from your sightline at the time. So the answer is a variety,
Yeah.
but mostly just zombie skeleton.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it sounds like we need to get to those three and put them down as fast as possible.
Ember, are you confident in your ability to entirely annihilate some of these lesser walking bodies?
Yeah. Fortunately, I didn't bolster any health today, so I can clear some of the little things, but looking at the three that we have rescued and are bringing with us, you all got to stay back. Stay in
I
the
wasn't
cart.
planning on going anywhere. In fact, can you leave the cart here?
I will.
Okay. um, so you want to ditch the cart on the outskirts of town?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
And if they run off with it, I don't care.
You don't get that sensation from them.
Yeah,
They don't seem like
they've been
bandits.
chill. They've
Yeah,
been chill.
they've
If
been
they
chill.
run, it's because it's that or they're gonna get eaten, and I'd rather them run. So
Yeah.
Does anybody want to ride with me?
it,
Get me there quick. I can
mm-hmm.
do that, or Rainier. This is what Rainier does. Back. I gotta grab something.
I could probably take either of you. You're gonna have to hold on to me, and I'm going to have to focus on keeping us on scritches in lieu of a saddle. But
Oh,
Party poll. Who do we have a preference for who we should send? I think it would be a good idea to send Ember because if she's able to knock out a destroy undead pretty early on, that clears a path.
Yeah, I like it.
Mhm.
Okay. Ken, actually, let's do this. This is this is I'm gonna show you the map of the town, but we are not going to be in like tactical token combat, right? This is
Mhm.
gonna give you just an idea of your where you are. But this is mostly gonna be like kind of like what are you doing to kind of stem the tide, or what are you doing just given the circumstances of things. You know, you can roll damage, you know, do spells and that kind of stuff to see like how events out, you know, kind of play out, and the enemies will do the same essentially. I think we should roll initiative to at least give us an idea of like
Mhm.
whose turn and who is doing a thing.
Also, it
um
occurs to me the wall will have become permanent because 15
yeah.
minutes elapsed, so I'm no longer concentrating on it.
Yeah.
I
Wherever you put
forgot
that
about that.
wall, yeah, that wall is there. That
The
wall is
wall's
there.
there now forever.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's doing good work.
Uh,
Doing good work.
It's building a memorial already.
yeah, well,
Mm.
shit.
I put you all down in the like the bottom corner area. Um, but again, like unless you like need to be in a specific spot for an event or something like that, you know, it's not entirely necessary that your token is placed in a place. Um, Actually, you know, we actually should use the tokens for placement though. That way, like if for instance, if Laylis is by the well, then we all know that Laylis is by the well. We don't have to keep like asking about it. Okay. The purple, uh, the beautifully drawn purple stars are where the like survivors currently are. The red is there are buildings on fire. There may be people in other buildings. However, these three locations are most certainly where there are people. um, I'm not gonna fill in zombies individually. Suffice it to say, like it's swarming, right? So you know,
And
those of you that want to like get in the mix of things, right? Like you're not gonna like I'm not gonna roll 30 attack dies at you. You know, it's gonna be like an adjudicated kind of version of
how
like, you know,
much does
what
Ember
happens.
weigh?
Well, that's a rude question.
With or without the armor.
Yeah, I was gonna say stock Ember Prime 180 plus gear, which I am in full plate, which is 65 pounds. Given I would probably leave all the typical carried crap on the cart, and just be bringing combat stuff. Given mace and shield, you're looking at another 10 pounds, so somewhere around 250 to 300 pounds. 250, actually. 180,
Okay,
65, 225,
we are
255, 260.
we're good. We're it's close. It's closer than it should be, but we're good. Need to work out whether this baby could fly at full speed with both of us on it,
Sean,
and we should be good.
Mm-hmm.
I have two questions for you. One,
Yeah.
do we know where the three individuals are that that Zal described as being unlike the others?
Yeah. You see that there is one of those nasty boys there. There's another nasty boy here. And I'm trying to find where it put my other nasty boy. But I will give you the third one in just a moment.
Okay. And also, approximately how far is it from where we left the cart to here?
That's a question for yourselves. I don't know where you left your cart. Just I only know the outskirts. So that's your decision.
Well, I mean, if we left it on the main road, say, if we left it at the
Where you are collectively is your group
Mhm.
decision. I didn't put you where you are. You chose to be there, so you can decide where you would like to be. How far away?
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put you 30 feet if you want to be 300. You know. I would probably I would say, do you guys want to decide how far away you are?
Well, where did we leave um the other people?
Yeah,
I
because
guess is what I'm trying to figure out.
you guys had left the road to head this way for roughly 20 minutes while I flew there and back. So you're closer
Okay.
than we right because
There's an easy way for this. Just decide how far away you are. You don't have to math this. You just get to choose how far away you are before you approach.
100 feet.
the
Thank
cart.
you.
Oh, the cart we should leave back
Like
like
a
300
mile?
feet at least. Yeah, I mean,
They're just three guys in there, and
just
100
one of them
yards,
only
just
has
like
a
it's
probably.
just out of the way, just wherever. Like when you came back to us and whatever that cross point was, it doesn't need to be. It does not need to be anywhere near us.
Hey, if you want to say like 500 feet, 1,000 feet, yeah, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter. You guys get to just choose.
1,000 feet.
1,000 feet it is. So the cart is 1,000 feet. I'm just gonna take these boys off the map. And some of you obviously are mounted or flying or whatever, but the rest of you can again be in whatever um, distance you want to be currently. If you want to place your token, if that's if you want to move it somewhere so that way you know where it is, or you pick it in your mind. Again, I'm not gonna decide it for you. One Zombo. One cool Zombo dude.
Yeah, as far as with Ember, at least for the start, I'm going to keep us the same high up that I was because I, again, don't know. I don't want to swoop down until, we know what we're going to do.
Sure. Okay. If I can, everybody just roll into initiative so we get an idea of who is doing what and when.
Can I double check? Am I supposed to be by the well?
You can be wherever you want. We are not running tactical token combat. This is just to give you a sensation of where you are and potential distances, if that matters for something that you want to do. But this is like there's no the town is full of enemies. I'm not filling it full of tokens, right? The majority of this is just theater of the mind. This is just to help you, right?
Okay.
But if you want to be somewhere on the map, then move your token to that place. Understand to get into the center, like you would have to have cleared a path, or someone would have to clear a path for you, right? But this is more like a use your abilities, but kind of describe what you're doing. Like it's again more theater of the mind than full tactical combat.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we, Zal?
Uh, Probably currently like 150 to 200 feet up over the center, just so that you can actually see.
Got it.
Yeah. Just,
So yeah, just at the moment, way high up because, like I said, I want Ember to see the situation as I saw it and tell me
Yeah.
where to go.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
200, yeah, 200 feet is what I'll commit to.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Okay, cool. It looks like Zol, you're up first. So what is it you would like to do about this situation?
Uh, I will. Hmm. I suppose bonus action to give a bardic inspiration to Ember before we we get stuck in. But then I'll ask Ember like, okay, we're going down.
Sorry, it suddenly went like the combat noise, so I wasn't sure. Yeah, I think you should drop me somewhere and go check those burning buildings.
I'm not dropping you anywhere yet,
Put
but I'll
put me
get you
on a
close.
yeah. Put me on a
Yeah.
roof somewhere, or
We will start with I just have we go from 250 feet up to we drop it first off like 90 feet immediately. Uh, I will. It's an action. Now I will have. Yeah, we'll stay. We'll go from 200 feet to 120 feet up, and I'll have the Pegasus take like the dodge action, and I'll also take the dodge action.
Okay, so you want to you're dropping 90 feet, and then you're dodging. The Pegasus is dodging.
Yeah, dropping 90 feet and then basically getting a closer look at like if anything down there reacts because this is the closest I got last time, and now they know I'm here.
Okay, so you would be 160 feet in the air.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Um, okay, you got lower down. Excellent. Durham.
Working well. Can I clock that there are interesting. Can I clock that there are people in this building that are presumably fighting off the undead or trying to escape or some combination thereof?
um, uh, uh, I'd say the closer you get, it is apparent.
Okay.
Yes.
I am going to, in that case, book towards that building. And I'll cast Shillelagh as I do, and probably just fire off a cantrip at something that's around. Fire off
Okay.
like a chill touch at whatever's around.
Hell yeah, there's plenty of targets for you. You come in, the creature you attack, chill touch, necrotic damage.
Yeah, I think so. We'll find
Oh,
out.
okay.
Yeah, necrotic damage.
Was just checking. I was like, are zombies immune to necrotic? It's poison though. Hell yeah, you're able to eliminate a few different zombies,
Mhm.
pushing your way through. But you have garnered the attention of several more.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Ember, you're 160 feet in the air.
right. This feels like a cinematically appropriate time for yeah, now jump. That's
ODST. Crater Ember.
whatever. That's superhero landing Ember Prime. Uh, uh, I am going to, as we are descending, I'm not dropping from 160 feet into the square. I'm not sure I would survive the drop.
Don't you have the death ward? Do you have death ward on yourself?
I do have Death Ward on myself.
You would make a
That's about
beautiful
it.
crater.
Instead, 160 feet up, I will grip my holy symbol around my neck. I will offer up a prayer to Moradin. If ever there was a time for the world to feel, for the surface world to feel the touch of Moradin, now is the time. I am going to activate my divine intervention. I'm going to try anyway. This is a
Okay.
10% chance.
Yeah, our target number is 10
1
on a
through
D100?
10.
1 through 10. Okay.
That is not it. That is, however, 42. The secret to life
Yeah.
and all of existence.
Life and all
That's the
these
secret one, you know? Whenever you roll that, you just get what you wanted anyway.
Beyond that, I am still urging Zal to go lower and lower. I am preparing to use some spells to. I would like to get like a wall of fire or something up, but I am out of range of everything. So I am just
Yeah.
yeah.
before I leap from the Pegasus,
Mhm.
which probably will happen at some point.
Look, I'm
That,
being
that
careful
reminds me of
right
a question. Do we need? Does it matter? Do we need to work out where Zal's wall is?
I was going to ask if Cody could draw his
now.
wall somewhere. Like you can use the drawing tool to just draw on the map. where it is.
Yeah, I'd say good enough to be like it's. I can't remember the drawing tool and then draw freehand. I'd say over here is probably like sufficient. Like this was the alley that I just cut off one of the the easy walkable approaches into the town.
Okay, so there's like a corral of
Yeah.
undead inside this zone here.
Yeah, basically like one of the main thoroughfares was what I was shooting for, so that kind of ends up being perfect.
Yeah, cool, excellent. Okay. Any bonus actions or anything, Emperor?
No, not at this time.
Okay. Whispers. Again, you don't necessarily have to be where your token is. You could have approached the town from a different angle or such. But what is it you would like to do here?
How tall is this building right here?
That building, let's see. Let's say it's probably like 25-ish, 30 feet.
Okay. I would like to scale it.
Sure. Yeah. Do you have built-in climbing?
I don't, but I do have a bonus action dash.
Okay, I like bonus action dash for sure. um, okay. Um, you can do the climb. I will need an athletics check,
Sure.
unless you have something fancy.
Yep.
I'm gonna give you a penalty because you're gonna have to cut through. Like undead are gonna try to like grab you, pull you, and that kind of thing, right? As you're getting up there.
If that's the
So
case, then I would like to use my action to cast invisibility so that they can't see me. Would that limit
okay.
them grabbing at me?
Yeah. I mean, they don't have extra sensory abilities, right? So
Okay.
unless you bump into them, and, like unless something goes bad, they're not really gonna see you. Yeah. So again, like this whole town is overrun, right? So like,
Yeah.
nothing you can do is just fully straightforward if you're pushing into the town.
Okay.
Cool. Yeah, you're invisible.
Athletics.
Yeah.
And go.
Um,
Ooh, 13?
a 13. Honestly, without the undead interference, 13 will do it.
Okay, cool. So that's action, bonus action, movement, and that'll be my turn. And I'm trying to, I mean, I guess I don't need to hide because I'm invisible, but uh, putting myself behind this little thing right here to like block any type of view
Okay, all right. Doing
or
a
attain to
yeah,
get cover.
Yeah, attempting to get a little cover from certain
Yeah.
angles. Okay, cool. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Find the cabbage barrel. Find the cabbage barrel.
Okay. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Uh Zal and Ember, and I'll say Whispers as well, because you're probably trying to keep an eye on things while behind here, right?
Yes.
um, the three of you see person here, um, uh, cowl pulled up high on their head. They have like it looks like dreadlocks coming out the front of it. You see they make a few motions with their hands. Guttural language is spoken, and you see their form shift, and they have the appearance of like a zombie nearby them, and they get like lost in the crowd of that's just milling about there. Okay. Cool. You see this, those same three, since you would have the best angle, see this, white rush towards the building. You see this, I just want to see the range on this thing. Cool. Um, Hell yeah. You see them like pointing their hands towards like one of the windows, and a whole clump of undead like moves and swells in that direction. Laylis.
Okay, so looking at this, he could. Actually, I need to touch him to do this. That's correct. So he is running over here, and he is going to touch Basar, cast Beast Sense, and then he's going to send Basar up for aerial views. What is it? 40? And if I dashing in D&D doubles?
You mean Basar?
Yes.
Yeah, he could because if you use your bonus action, right, to command him, yeah, I'm pretty sure he can dash. So yeah, his movement would be doubled. Yep.
Okay. So then, yeah, he's going to go up 80.
Up 8.
And he's going like over here. Oh, I right clicked on accident. Like right over here. And
Okay.
taking like a purview stance like the horse, but he can't get up as high as the horse right now. And Laylis is over here. But at least he's above the house, so if he drops down, he can get to the house with lowering.
Okay.
But that's effectively where I'm gonna set Basar. Laylis is sort of removed for the moment beside the house.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay. A bunch of zombies do a bunch of stuff. You can hear you can hear wood splintering, glass shattering, there's screams from around the village. And they move around and do some biz. They don't know Whispers is there. I'm actually gonna mark that you are. Yeah, to mark that you're invisible. Um, okay. Durham, you're further into the town, but you are shillelagh'd. Let's see what these zomboids do. Okay. Okay, hell yeah. A whole bunch of zombies come swarming in your direction, like crashing through the vegetable patch and around the building nearby. Um, you take a total of 5 bludgeoning damage from their slapping-ins, but you also take out several at the same time in defending yourself.
Got it.
Okay, Rainier.
The word slapping in.
Mhm.
Okay. Um, we'll be like out here before I take any action. What is the volume of like human beings still in the square, or
You mean
is
like
it doing
living
pretty much?
humans?
Yeah.
You don't really think any.
Yeah.
Like there are like some groups of zombies that appear to be like down eating people.
Yeah.
But like this whole courtyard is full of nonsense.
Yeah. If anyone were in here, they would be okay. Cool. In that case, I believe my size, okay, great. Going to start my turn with a bonus action cast of Dawn.
Hell yeah. I mean, immediately, a lot of zombies are obliterated right in this thing as the laser
Ugh.
Yeah.
beam of God swings
Oh,
down.
damn
That was
it!
Seven days
close.
of
That was
time.
close.
Oh, so close. Yeah, the clouds literally open, but rather than just sunlight, it is a you know the concentrated sunlight beaming down in like a weight. How does that guy feel about it when that happens?
One of the commanders here.
Yeah.
I'll tell you how they feel about it. Just a moment. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. They don't feel good.
Mhm.
That's for sure. They don't
Okay.
feel good about it. I'm just checking resistances, vulnerabilities. Okay. The light beam doesn't seem to like hurt them any more than usual. However, they are certainly affected by the natural sunlight. You see a lot of these creatures are like hands raising up, a lot of like hissing and at the new sun that has appeared. You have certainly damaged and also like inhibited them a bit.
Woohoo. Uh, the guy that I don't know that may or may not be in this space, the guy who illusioned himself and disappeared, would he happen to still be standing in disguise amongst like a circle of corpses?
Um, you wouldn't have any way of like getting an answer to that question, right? That's too open ended as to like you wouldn't know him, right? Because he'd be in a
Sure.
disguise, right?
I'm
There are
asking
many
so
that have
that
survived the attack, right? Like
okay,
this
yeah.
didn't obliterate everything in there.
Yes.
Again, we're not getting that specific with it.
Yeah,
But
just for
you have destroyed many.
yeah. In case that had an effect for those who would have seen him in the first place.
Right, right. Again, his disguise. There's just too many undead. You cannot find him circumstantially, right?
Yeah, no
Yeah.
problem. If this guy is still apparently a leader figure who is not dead, then I will attack him.
Okay, it's definitely gonna hit.
Okay. And it'll have the additional D6. Is there any other conditionals for him that
He's undead.
Please.
all right. All right. So that'll be 21.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
23 hits.
All right.
Okay, hell yeah. Pushing into town here. Well, you're about the same distance as where Durham was. Any further pushing in anyone does, the closer you're after, like you do your movements and everything, zombies will then strike out the ones that you're having to like shove and fight through to even do whatever it is that you're trying to do. But you haven't quite gotten there since I didn't have Durham get attacked right away. Okay, Zol, you're 160 up.
So you said the thing, like, whatever the fuck it was, it like went it was standing in the middle of a bunch of zombies, and then suddenly did it look like a zombie, or did it just vanish?
It appeared like a zombie, and then again, there's a giant crowd of zombies that he is effectively disappeared for you, right?
Yeah. Okay, I will have the Pegasus dash. We're gonna start by going another 100 feet down. Put this within 60 feet. I'm gonna take a stab at where I think it is and use a cipher, which is the detonation of gravity. So I need a 30-foot circle that I'm almost surely not going to, 20-foot radius that I'm essentially going to center in this pocket in the corner.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. If you want to draw the AoE, that's fine. But I understand where it is that you're putting it, and it goes away, so it's
Yeah,
not
that's
necessarily.
it's fine with me. I'm just trying to get it like, I don't know. I didn't see a zombie go running out of there, so my best guess is it's in that corner there. Either way, it'll free up the people who are getting assaulted, so it's fine.
Cool. Yeah. Excellent. Tossing down. And you came down 90 feet, or
I
you
came
had
down
your
100.
100 feet. Okay.
The Pegasus is currently in the process of dashing, and so to do that, then I'm now 60 feet within range.
Oh my god, I can't change its height. Okay, cool. Excellent. Just roll the 8d6 for the damage.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, everything there gets flattened to the ground.
Hell yeah, you see a shit ton of zombos just get slammed down. You see many of them pulverized in the process as well. That whole corner in this area is certainly a kind of misty, a misty gore section. There are some that have survived, but a lot of them have been undone.
Okay. How many would you say are left?
I don't want to say any numbers,
Yeah.
right? Because again, it's all abstracted.
But there doesn't look like any particularly suspicious ones that don't look like a normal zombie writhing around on the ground.
No, you have not. You have not found out where that guy was. No.
Okay. Then that is I will do a bonus action to give bardic inspiration to the Pegasus because contextually I think this is about to get bad. And yeah, 60 feet, I will keep us here because this is where roughly Ember wanted to be, right?
Yeah,
can
I
take
need
us
to
up-
get down to the ground.
You want to go all the way to the ground?
I need to get on the ground.
Okay, all the way to the. We were at 106. Yeah, I can do that. We're all the way to. I finished the dash with the horse to get all the way to the ground.
Okay, all the way to the ground. Do the explosion. Okay. Hell yeah. Can I do that? Okay. Cool.
I will remain mounted.
Excellent. You, however, will be subjected to the zombies in the courtyard striking at the end of your turn. Okay. Okay, cool. Between the horse kicking hooves and your rider and yourself, you slay a lot of the zombies coming up to you, but you end up taking 11 bludgeoning. In the meantime, the Pegasus takes 5 bludgeoning, and Emperor Prime takes 10 bludgeoning, non-magical.
I would say, do I get to reduce that for heavy armor master?
Yes, yeah, non-magical.
And I'm sorry, did I get 10 pit points from you this morning? I forgot who you gave that to.
No,
for me, I'm
I
sorry.
gave it to the
Okay.
townsfolk.
Yeah.
Fortunately.
Okay.
It's all good.
Durham.
All right. Durham will run another 30 feet towards this house where he sees a significant number of people trying to survive. Clocks this individual here and will drag the tip of the Staff of the Woodland starting at its feet and then out towards that creature. And I am casting. What am I casting?
Mhm.
I am casting Confusion. And I will. Yeah, I think that's everything for me.
Okay, cool. You have affected a large amount of swarm outside the front of this building, including that the white leader as well.
Excellent. Does that
Hell
count
yeah.
as charging closer into the town, which would require me to
100%.
take?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I mean, you're actively battling your way
yeah.
closer, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not walking. You are fighting, shoving, getting attacked, right? You're like
Right,
it's not
Right.
yeah.
I asked the question because I was hoping, not because I was expecting.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys are like every turn, every movement you make, you're defending yourselves, fighting as you're doing it. Hell yeah. Okay. Couple zombos. Okay. 4 bludgeoning damage comes in through you.
Thank you.
Okay. Ember Prime, you're on the Pegasus, but the Pegasus is on the ground.
This feels like a solid moment to unleash a channel, a turn undead. Sadly, I am only still destroying, I think it is CR1 or less creatures. But it is 30 foot radius, so that's a pretty big space to clear out with.
Yeah, that ain't nothing.
Yeah, CR1 or less. If I was 1 level higher, it would be CR2. And then I see a person standing there that is about to get the wrath of a spiritual weapon, which I will.
Hell yeah. Can you populate your turn undead, destroy undead?
Sure can.
Yeah.
First, we have
Between between the dawn and the destroy undead, quite a large swath in this courtyard is like cleared very quickly by some of you. There still remains some, but you guys have killed a lot of fucking zombies in a very short order.
That the layout. Holy moly!
Okay.
But I would like to drop a believe I have to cast it at 4th level for it to matter, so I will cast it at 4th level. A spiritual weapon at what I assume is one of the whites up near the north building, not the one that just got confused, but
That one there, yep, that's one of the whites. Yes, sir.
okay.
Yeah, he's been directing zombos to attack in at that building there.
Yeah.
I will say this though. You did your turn undead. They are in the active act of trying to flee from you.
I want them dead. They're commanders. I don't want them running away.
Okay.
I see Rainier coming around the corner. I will shout for Rainier that we got a leader. Got a leader. Put it down. And do my best to prevent it from being able to escape.
Okay.
I will actually shift to summon it there so that if it tries to run down that alley, my weapon's in the way. I didn't know if you actually wanted me rolling like spiritual.
Yeah. If you're attacking these people directly, yeah, I want to see
Okay.
the stuff to know what to do with them.
I will hope that a 26 hits
It certainly does.
for 20 points of force damage.
Okay. Holy cow.
That's one away from maximum.
Whoa! That's really good. Okay. Okay. You see, like it turns and takes a few like steps, building up speed to run as the mace just clocks it, sends it flying into the building as it stands up, and like is actively looking at you and is beginning to shout orders for some of the undead nearby. Are you still on the Pegasus?
No, I will hop off.
Okay, you have hopped off the Pegasus. Okay, cool.
Go check those burning buildings.
Okay.
You want?
Find the hiding
I'm not too
thing.
bad. Where
The
is
what?
your token is down here. I'm just gonna put you here. You can come off on either side. And then you still have a little bit of movement if you want to like put yourself somewhere specific.
Yeah, I'm gonna step up on that dude with the mace
Okay.
in hand.
Hell yeah. Battling past some of the zombies that are coming into your direction currently. Okay. You managed to take down a couple. 6 bludgeoning passes through. It's non-magical. Okay. Whispers.
Hey. I am now going to attack the one that is right next to Ember with my bow.
Okay.
And now I am no longer visible. But hey, a 28 hits.
Yeah, I mean 20 is super hits. Yeah, 20 is super hits.
Sneak attack. Oh shit. Ignore that. Whoops. I hit the wrong thing.
That's okay.
So it's 17 instead of 33.
Still pretty good.
And then I'll use a oh gosh, what's it called? Wells from the Grave to just target the nearest what's what I'm looking for? The nearest zombie next
Like
to
a near
Ember.
zombie,
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You see one like grabbing and is about to like bite at Ember's neck. And it shrivels and is necrotized from your Whales in the Grave. Hell yeah.
Yep, no longer visible and bonus action hide.
Okay, okay, yeah. Give me a stealth check.
Oh,
22
hey.
is pretty good. Pretty good. It was that the reliable talent kicking in? Do you get that yet, or is that later?
I think that's next level.
That's next level? Okay. Still 9 to a 22. Not bad. Okay. You're on the roof, so you don't get attacked. Good positioning. Okay. Adam, can you roll confused to see what happens to some of these boys over here?
Sure.
Hey, what's a 2?
Oh boy, that's a good question. Let's find out. Where's that table? 2. The creature doesn't move or take actions this turn.
Holy. You see the crowd that had been like, banging on the wall. That was this white kind of trying to direct them now towards these, the interlopers that are now trying to save the village. They just all like stand still. And the fucking beam from God begins just lighting them one by one. That whole group and that dude fully incinerated. Because they cannot get away from the beams. Hell yeah. Incredible. There's still, the building still has like zombies around the outskirt, like the outer, like the back end and whatnot. But the front end of this building is clear and open at the moment. Incredible. I'll actually draw. What was green? Okay, cool. That'll just denote like it's clear in that area. Okay, Laylis.
Oh, here, Lelis is gonna lower Basar up to the top of the. Well, actually, not to the top of the house. Looking at where spacing is, they're everywhere, like you keep saying. Is to be correct.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just gonna drop him in front of the house and have Basar go sort of crazy if he can. Actually,
Yeah.
maybe not because he's 80 feet up, but Maddox. He's
Yeah.
just gonna start. Huh?
Oh, I was just gonna. Yeah, if you keep him 80 foot up, he'll be limited in what he can do.
Yeah. He wants to bring him down to the ground, but for me to even do that, I have to use his full movement. So yeah, he'll bring him down and set him here, and then next turn he'll get him ready.
On
But
the ground.
Yeah, like or whatever this is. I'm trying to ping it. This thing right next to him, whatever that is.
I'm
Looks like
zooming. Enhance.
It looks like
Looks like a barrel or satchel. Looks like a sack. It's not very like you're talking about a couple feet in the like high, right? That's not a. If you want to be up above, then like a building roof is what you want to be on.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. He'll just have him hover at like 10 feet.
Okay.
And then he will break his concentration on B spawn, and then come out and just start blasting.
Okay.
Hey.
Yo, huge.
And infused strike from Basar Boy. Gotta find his sheet again.
Yeah,
All right.
Cold right now? Okay. They just icy arrows are just launching. There's a whole lot of frozen zombies. Some are shattering from the impacts.
And I'm not gonna use the bonus action thing for it, so it's just these.
Correct. Okay. Cool. Hell yeah. You managed to take out quite a number of them together.
Okay.
Hell yeah. You are far enough away, and Basar's 10 feet up. These guys don't have ups, so you guys are actually safe currently. Okay. Zombies begin milling and moving. Cool. Many begin moving into some begin just moving into the light beam. And can't get all the way across it and will be incinerated at the end of their turns. The wall is blocking some movement on that side. You see some beginning to pour in from other areas. around the village. Okay. Durham, Ember, Rainier, um, the Pegasus, and Zal, through all the different zombies moving and attacking. Again, you do manage to kill many of your attackers, but 7 damage will go through to each of you, reduced as however you reduce damage.
Mhm.
Sorry, what kind of damage was it?
It's bludgeoning.
Okay.
Okay. Rainier.
Okay. Uh, we'll keep that beam of light where it is for time being. Actually, maybe I should ask this. If I were to pull it over a building, it wouldn't go into the building, right?
It would not go into the building, and these buildings, their roofs are intact, right? So
Mhm.
there's no risk of it like coming through an open rooftop.
Okay, okay. That's cool. Uh, in that case, I'd like to put this. Oh, beautiful. Right there.
Read that needle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I think no, that is a good spot. That is probably the best spot.
Primo.
Um, and he'll take damage at the end of his turn if he stays in the space.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. And also, hopefully, right now when I shoot his ass.
It certainly hits 28.
Yay! I've been very impressed with some of my dice tonight.
17 hits.
Whoa!
Yeah, they're kind of tattered, leathered armor. Does not seem to be able to resist.
Oh, let's re-roll that d10.
Eee.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
yeah, an additional 5.
Hell yeah, it's not looking good. They don't
Woo!
look good at all.
I
Anything else?
think I'll just no, I'll stay where I am. That will be all.
Okay. Zombies have made it over into this area where you are. You're gonna kill some, but get hit for 4 bludgeoning. Okay. Zahul.
Yeah, Pegasus, disengage. 10 feet up. I'm tired of getting fucking smacked. Probably
Okay.
like 15 feet up. Just enough that the grabby hands can't get me.
Okay, there are a lot of grabby hands, but the disengage, very clever.
Can I don't know. Fucking.
Mhm.
I still don't see Mr. Invisible and or Sneaky.
Correct. There's
Yeah.
still just like a mass of zombies. Many are still held down in place from the gravity warp. That is, it's beginning to fade now, but it is still present. There are some zombies beginning to kind of fill in some of the space, but again, this whole courtyard has been like pretty well cleared of a lot of threats here.
Mhm. Hmm. I will I guess just throw a firebolt at the one that Ember is contending with.
Okay.
Only one that I could see.
Definitely hits. 8 fire damage. Okay. They're they're in such bad shape. You see part like their upper shoulder and half of their face is like burning from your firebolt. They have cross bolts in them. They are like barely standing up right now.
I'll use a bonus to give Bardic Inspiration to. I think it can only be Rainier. Take me down to 2. So Ember, Pegasus, and Rainier have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope. That's my turn. I've
Okay.
gotten up just enough that the bottom of the hooves are like above where the fuckers could just keep smacking us.
Yep. Yeah. It's that classic scene of just they're
Yeah.
reaching up towards you. Okay. Durham.
Okay. I'm gonna try something, and it might cause some problems. And if so, that's fine. Just let me know, and I'll refigure what I'm doing.
I love that as a preamble, though.
My plan,
Very
my
promising.
initial plan, is to cast plant growth with an action. Right? I'm not actually going to cast it because it'll create a huge mess. Because with an action, I choose a point within range, all normal plants in 100-foot radius, which I just measured. It's basically the map,
Okay.
right? Become thick and overgrown. A creature moving through the area must spend 4 feet of movement for every 1 foot it moves,
Okay.
right? It's the second part, right, that gets a little weird. You can exclude 1 or more areas of any size within the spell's area from being affected. And the areas I want to exclude are I want 3 paths from the doorways of each of these buildings where people are, right? I want people to be able to exit there and move freely down towards me, right? To try and create passages where they're more likely to be safe to exit.
Okay. Then why don't you do this? Why don't you just draw where
Mhm.
the parts that are not within the difficult terrain, right? The occluded places.
I'm going to suggest the opposite. I'm just going to draw the 3 paths, and everything else is in difficult terrain.
That's what I said.
Oh,
You draw
okay.
draw the paths that you want
Gotcha.
it to be. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see.
Cool. Anything else on your turn besides that?
I'm going to continue moving towards this closest building and try and get people to get out.
Okay. Hell yeah. I like that. Okay. So just so everyone understands, on the lines are the paths that will not be difficult terrain, because this spell can't exclude anyone. It's all the terrain is this way,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
So if you are not on one of these path lines, your movement is going to be significantly reduced, and it's 4 to 1. Is that what it
Yes.
was?
That's correct.
Okay, 4 feet of movement for every 1 feet you want to actually try to move. So 20 feet is 20 feet is 80 feet. Is that right? Did I do times 2 correctly? Okay, cool. There are only a very small amount of things to bother you along the way. That's just going to be 3 points of non-magical bludgeoning.
Okay.
Okay. Once you get to this point, though, I mean, those like you've cut through those zombies. So like you are in a safe for now location. As you approach in, you can see through this window, like there are townsfolk in various states of distress. They have a variety of like pitchfork, shovel. You see like one spear, right? Like kitchen knives and stuff.
I will,
Um,
I will shout in there and tell them to follow the path out.
Okay, hell yes. They will begin doing such. Let me get little commoner boy to represent our commoners coming out.
I'll also include in those instructions, it's not safe, but it's safer.
Okay, they seem to understand as you see a group of about like 7 emerge and begin like trying to run where it is that you're directing them to. So yeah, they get the group of them manage to push out. Cool, hell yeah. Ember Prime.
We're gonna start trying to finish this guy off. I don't like him. I want him out of here. And he needs to die.
21 hits for sure.
Boop.
9? Okay, he had 1 HP left.
Oh, okay.
That smacks and crushes his skull in, collapsing to the ground. You see the undead swarm nearby kind of like lurches for a bit as they kind of lose the direction. And while they're still aggressive in the area, you see some are just like turning back towards the house to go to in that direction. They tend to be milling about a little bit more.
Okay. That was a bonus action. I assume there are still plenty of undead coming from the north.
Yes.
In that case, I will spend 20 feet of movement to move over. Knowing how my magic works, I think I can drop a 60-foot line with a wall of fire. I'm basically attempting to, even though things are already sort of on fire, cut off the flow of undead from the north with a one-sided wall. Let me see if I can.
Oh yeah, you can use the drawing tool, or if you want to drop the template down for it, it's up to you.
Cast a spell. It is 60 feet, and that should go from building edge to building edge, basically. The heat obviously facing away from the building. Just cutting off that alley, hopefully preventing the flow of undead down here. Actually, it should move over so that I can see. I would move it 5 feet to the right, but I don't think I can.
You can. You just have to go to the AoE tool, which is underneath the person tool. It's the little ruler. When you click that, you'll see the explosion symbol on one side, and then you can begin moving it. I don't know that you can extend its size, but you can move the placement.
That's the max of it. That's the max that it can have.
Yeah, but you grab it by the explosion piece on the left-hand side, and you can move it around, rotate, and do whatever.
I don't see an explosion piece, but
you don't. So if you're on the AoE tool, right? Like I'm drawing a big AoE. In the very center of what I just drew was a big explosion. You can see everyone's AoE stuff, whether you own it or not. So like on your wall, right, literally right.
Disposable blood splats. What
here.
Tool am I looking at?
Underneath the person on the left-hand side, it's measurement controls. It's the ruler.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you'll see the little explodey symbol on your wall. And that's where you grab it from. That's how all AoEs work. There is that symbol, and you can turn it on or off, rotate it, whatever. Right? That's how they all work.
I see it now. Okay, I got you. Shifted it over, trying to cut that off. They'll still be able to come from like well over here, but I can't stop everything.
All right, cool. Hell yeah. You see zombies pouring through on fire. and then are radiated by the sun and just collapse, burning
Oh,
on the
that's right.
ground.
There is a big old dawn there, isn't there?
Yeah. So
That
like
wall is
the
not where
these
that should have gone.
where these zombies are coming in, it's a bad day for them. So that is a big
I forgot
cut.
that there is a big radiant wall there. Can I move the wall of fire over more so that I am in fact choking off this angle? Where
Sure, if you like, yeah.
Okay, something like wait, I can't rotate it. But if I mouse over it, nope. And then scroll wheel.
The
no.
scroll wheel is how you usually rotate it.
Yeah, that just zooms.
You do have to you have to if you're on the AoE tool.
Yep.
Yeah, and you click the like if you're on the AoE tool and you click on the little explosion thing, like I can use shift and mouse wheel if I'm on it.
Okay,
But
shift.
if you're like off it in any way, it just zooms in on the map.
Nope,
And I
shift
think
mouse
control
wheel.
does like even finer rotation movements. But
Okay,
cool.
I
Yeah,
have to
you're
not have it I have to not have it actually clicked, just hover over it. There we
yeah,
go.
click or hover. They'll both do the same thing for it. But yeah, excellent, incredible.
Cut that off.
Hell yeah. A lot of burning zombos come pouring through and are turned to ash because of it. Hell yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, is this one of the dudes or is this just a skeleton? I can't.
That's the zombie I'm using in case I need a zombie for rolling or of anything.
Got it. Okay, that's not
Yeah.
that's not like an active individual thing.
Not an active individual. Yeah, it's
Got it.
mostly honestly I should turn invisible because it's for my benefit rather than anything else. Okay. You have actually there's still a bunch of zombies around, but you're preventing a lot from coming in towards you right now. And you obviously you guys have cleared out a lot of stuff too. 4 non-magical bludgeoning coming at you. Okay. Okay, incredible. Some of the zombies in the flattened area, those that remain, there's only about 3 of them, stand up. One of them turns towards Zal and Ember. Let's see, what is this? Oh, cool. You see, it just points both its hands at you, and there's like a kind of mirage effect that fills the air in front of it, like a heat mirage.
The spell?
It is not a spell.
Yeah.
How do I get everyone? Okay, it has to move to do it. Okay. I'll show you where it is as soon as I get the correct placement here. Yeah, I'll get as many as I can. Okay, incredible. This Zombo, a wave of psychic energy ripples through the air. It is a big enough cone to hit you in the air, Zal, you and the Pegasus. Only Zal, the Pegasus, and Ember and Rainier to make intelligence saving throws.
Sorry, is this a spell?
It is not a spell.
Okay.
Literal best
Hey.
save. Oh yeah, that's a 6.
Oh God.
Yeah,
You want inspiration?
25, Rainier.
I would love an inspiration, although
Yeah,
I
take
don't
one
know
of mine.
how much better I will do. I mean, it's hard to do worse, but I'm sure I can do it.
Whoa!
All right,
Amazing. You don't get another one from me.
Would you like one of mine?
If you're gonna waste it
Sure.
like that.
Yeah, take it.
Both have bardic inspiration if it matters.
Yeah, I don't think the bardic inspiration's gonna help on that one.
Okay. And the Pegasus. Okay.
Reckon
Isn't your
he's
Pegasus
gonna-
inspired? Didn't you inspire your Pegasus?
I
I'll be
did.
right back.
Well, he rolled a 19.
Whoa.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
I only
Hey, that was
rolled
a
a
good use
15.
of inspiration.
I might be 9 on a Pegasus. Slumped over on a Pegasus.
Okay. High rolls from almost everybody, but Zol unfortunately is under the DC. Okay, Zol, you are going to take. Okay, you're gonna take 43 psychic damage, and you
Ooh.
are stunned for 1 minute.
Okay.
Repeating the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. Everyone else takes half of 43 psychic damage and are not stunned. Hell
And
yeah.
what, if anything, do we see when this goes off?
When you see that go off, due, due to the effects of its form, you just see a zombie like point towards you all. Like again, like a guttural like language. And then like again, like a shimmer heat mirage fills the air for a moment. As you can see, there's also a whole bunch of zombies standing near. All of you
Right.
just fucking collapse to the ground dead. So they have hurt their own team in trying to injure you all as well. But the form does not revert to like the cowl and everything. It's still just a zombie. Yeah, it still just looks like a zombie. However, there's not a big crowd for it to hide in anymore.
Gotcha.
Yep. Okay. Lelas.
Sorry, I think I got skipped.
Oh, did I skip you? Okay, let's
Yeah.
just go. Yeah, let's have you do your jam.
Do you want to say that happened after my turn then?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then I will just look at this path right here and see if there's any zombies on it. Like literally on the path.
Oh, the path. Yeah, the path had been. There are a few stragglers if you want to like clear the path for the people to escape from.
Exactly what I want to do.
Yeah, hell yeah. Honestly, you don't even need to roll to do that.
Oh, okay, cool.
You will be able to take care of that.
Cool. And I'll use another Whales of the Grave to make sure I get two of them.
Hell yeah. I mean, you end up getting several, right?
Okay.
It's not you're not necessarily picking up one person. These kind of lieutenant leader people were a little more specific, but
Got it.
yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, cool. A couple people, like a couple zombies, even got close to these people, and you managed to cut them down. You see the
Bonus action
stragglers that
hide
are.
away from that guy again.
Yeah, if you want to do a hide at like at the end of your turn,
Yeah.
if you have a bonus action for sure.
Yep.
16, okay. And then you can see, you've cleared an area on the path and nearby. You can see that there's some stragglers, like, off the path, but they are just fully inhibited by this plant growth. It would take them so long to get here.
Cool.
Okay, the dude goes, okay, Lelas. You are in difficult terrain, Lelas.
Okay, difficult. I don't think he really plans on moving.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's technically not the category or difficult, but the terrain is a lot of movement if you want to move anywhere.
You're welcome.
He does. Thank you. Actually, maybe not. I gotta look through all my features again. However, here, two main actions. He is going to not bonus action this one. Oh, that's right. Spells. I always get this one wrong. Make sure nobody's in line of sight. Nobody. Lightning arrow. Bonus action. Make the attack. 23 damage.
Ooh.
So that's. Oh, maybe I think I rolled the wrong one, but.
No, 23 hits. Okay, hell yeah.
And then.
The
Christ. Is it that I know one time when you rolled this, you were saying the 2d8 was not correct because the spell is 4d8.
It's the last 2d8 that need to be dropped off. 11.
Okay.
So it'd be 20 damage.
Yeah. Okay. Where's that extra 2d8? Is that like if it's upcast or?
It's applying it from the bonus save that you have to have when each creature within 10 feet of the target must make a dex
Oh,
save.
I got you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense then. At least we understand why it's doing it. Yep. Cool. Hell yeah. Um.
And
Uh.
then
Okay.
the
That's a
infused
huge.
strike on this one.
Okay. Yeah. You see what
And
zombies were around that dude are like obliterated by the extra damage and everything. So he's just on his own out there.
oof.
Okay. It's
So
not.
yeah,
It's not good for him. Also, I forgot that he can move because he was gravity struck before. You see, let me just take care of his movement. You see that zombie just kind of float up as they begin hovering, and they can only move. What can he move to? He can get this far, but is risen above the difficult terrain. Okay. Do you want to move or do anything? Any bonus actions or anything?
that lightning arrow was the bonus action of this one.
Okay, sick. All right. You
And
want to stay
so
where you are?
Basar's gonna stay where he's at. I'm gonna stay
Okay.
where I'm at. And yeah.
Okay, cool. I think Basar dodges when
Yes.
uninstructed. Cool, hell yeah. Um, there, you only have a few zombies even near you because they're all anything coming at you is all caught up now. That's gonna be 2 bludgeoning. Okay. Um, the other zombos are gonna go. God, they're so fucked by this movement, Adam. What a cool. It's very, very good. Um, okay. You see, you have the front door here, which is being, there's actually this area is cleared of zombies from the variety of spells that have occurred. So this is actually a safe spot. I'd say also from how long the sunbeam, at the end of this round, the sunbeam would have cleared that section there as well. This back like barn entrance here that gets cracked open and you see some zombies begin pouring in. Okay. Durham
Where
will be
was that again? I'm sorry.
right here, right there. Little the what remains there is gonna crack through that door. Okay, Durham is safe. Whispers is safe. Zolan and the Pegasus are safe. Ember, Rainier, and Laylis only have a very minor amount coming at them due to the difficult terrain. Okay. Laylis, Rainier, and Ember, it's 3 bludgeoning damage, reduced however you reduce it. Okay, Rainier.
Okay. Uh, one palm to my head. That fucking sucked. And I assume I can see this guy now. Okay.
Yeah, it still looks like a zombie, but you can like the zombie is floating above the ground, right?
Yeah. Ugh.
The insave it was 43 psychic damage, halved if you saved, and only Zol failed.
Move that as a bonus action. We'll see how effective that will be.
Okay.
And then target him. This. Oh.
That is a miss.
Okay. We'll.
The
Hey.
29 hits.
Could I actually try to add the bardic inspiration to the 13?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh,
That'll make it hit.
all right. Okay, cool. Still undead, right?
Is undead. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
always has been. 20 damage to you. Right.
Okay. Okay. Consistent. We'll take it. Oh, owie. We'll re-roll that d10.
Okay.
Ooh,
Hey,
it was a 2, right?
yeah.
Okay, so that'll be an additional 8. So
Additional
20 and
8.
18.
Okay, those are massive hits this guy is beginning to take. Okay, cool.
Okay. That'll be me.
Okay. Again, very few around you currently. 2 bludgeoning as you end your turn in some zombos ranges.
Yeah, so I'm
Um,
stunned. I'm
you
on
are
a horse.
stunned on the horse.
Okay, I am
I'll say
going.
because of your, if this is not a Pegasus, like if this was not your steed, you'd probably fall off
Yeah.
the horse.
Well,
But I
I'm
think your
also
steed will assist you there.
the way I was gonna litigate it is I think it can. I don't think it can dash because I feel like it has to use like some kind of pseudo action to adjust to keep me on while it's trying to move.
It's
So
fair.
it's just gonna have it do an action to do that and then use its pretty good movement speed to. Zal is panicking and can only communicate with it mentally. So just running.
Okay.
Like right here is fine. We'll see if I could. Do I get another save?
Yeah, at the end of each of your turns, yeah,
Okay.
you roll against it. Let me tell you what the DC is. Okay.
I will
It's
also be
16 in check
okay.
or in save. Sorry.
I'll also be like instead of like 20 feet above the ground, I'll be like 50 feet above the ground, just so I'm well away.
Sure.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
No longer stunned.
I need to check. Yeah, well, that's my turn, so I'm not
Oh,
stunned anymore.
okay.
Right.
Correct. Yeah, and out of any kind of danger
Mhm.
as well. Durham, you have the group of people. Actually,
Mhm.
just have them run on your turn here. They fucking you've cleared the path, man, and Whispers has eliminated the dangers that were coming into the range. They're like almost on the edge of town.
Excellent. I see what appears to be just a normal zombie, except for the fact that he's floating above all the beautiful, beautiful plants that I just sprinkled Miracle Grow over.
Right.
And I will upcast a
Whoa.
Call Lightning,
Whoa.
and
Whoa.
That's so cool. Oh boy. That's the first time we've seen that effect, I think.
Yeah.
Whoa.
so I need to make a deck save.
Okay. And deck save. That's not good for him. Okay, he does fail it.
All right, that is Durham's turn.
Okay. Okay. Hell yeah. You see the floating zombie like turn towards you, and like you catch his eyes, like it is aware of you in this storm as lightning strikes into it. There's a howl of pain. Hell yeah, incredible. Anything else?
Um, no, although I did use a 5th level spot for this, so I think I'm missing a D10 here. Is that accurate?
I don't know. The spell
Yes.
does 310. When you
Yeah.
cast it with 4th or higher, it's 1d10 each. So yeah, you need one more
Yeah.
d10.
A little curious as to why that did that. There we go. That is all. Thank you.
Okay, hell yeah. You see, I mean, it obviously is struck. You see stragglers around the area here are also being struck. This section of the wall corral is like it just obliterated piles of zombies at this point.
Mulch.
Yeah. Different, but as the storm goes on, different strikes are coming down and slamming in. There's little craters in the ground that are occurring from it. It's a real dangerous scenario here. Hell yeah. Okay, you are in a safe location currently though. Ember Prime.
I will spend 25 feet of movement to break through into the path. And then see the bright as light over the plants, which are probably as tall as me, about. But fortunately, this dude is floating above them. I cannot get my spiritual weapon to him in time. But I can. Actually, I will just throw a cantrip at him. I will just produce a little ball of fire, and I cannot target it. There we go. It's like there's too many templates.
So many things.
I don't want to have. Yeah, I don't have. That's. I don't want to. That's concentration. So. Yep. I guess it's just cantrip time. Because this is in favorites. Boop. Ooh.
19 hits.
Hey, I'll take it. Adding a 1d8 radiant damage since this is a cantrip.
Hell yeah. Okay. Part of the zombie's exterior lights a flame. Does not look good.
I won't do it at 4th level, but I will at 2nd level just summon a new spiritual weapon next to him.
Okay, hell yeah. You see the zombie just point in your direction, and your spell unravels. They spoke no words.
Got it. You know what I'm realizing? That is not a concentration spell. So I
spiritual
don't
weapon?
actually unsummon the old one to do it.
Huh.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that. Yeah, because then you can't grab all of them with the same bonus.
Yeah,
you
I
still
still
have to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
That
old
makes
one's
sense.
just wherever it was.
Yeah.
Because. Huh.
I've never dealt with that.
I
Yeah.
just oh no, or until you cast this spell again. Okay, it's the very first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that goes
that-
on the stack. Got it.
That's
Yeah.
good for cleanup because that's
Okay.
like a lot. That's complicated.
I can't actually
More
delete the first
templates.
weapon, but that's it for me. That was
Okay.
will-
Just a note for
I
you.
will move my last 5 feet along the path.
A note for you. Although the spell is negated, you don't lose your spell slot from this function.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
it is not a counter spell. It is in the effect, but not the
But not a
mechanic.
spell.
Yeah. It's not doing the thing. Okay, cool. I do think
delete
though.
my other spirit. I can't delete that other spiritual weapon.
Okay, yeah, I got it, actually. Okay,
Thank you.
hell yeah. Honestly, I think with your wall of fire, the beam from God, and the lightning striking down, I don't know how many are gonna be around you. Not a lot. God, there's gonna be like almost none soon. That's gonna be 2 non-magical bludgeoning. Right.
There's like one that's just been Mr. Magooing its way around, like bumping into shit,
Yeah,
somehow
like it's
dodging everything.
yeah, the lightning is just striking where it just was. As it just steps forward. Okay. Whispers.
With the 16, am I effectively hidden from him?
With the 16, let us find out. On a 16, as you peek your head around, you see its head twitch in your direction and like catch you.
Okay, bonus action, steady aim.
Okay.
And we'll get this advantage.
29 hits for sure.
Oh, well,
And then second
Okay.
attack.
Christ.
Oh, not bad. Oh,
Yeah,
real
just a
good.
casual like 40 some damage. Holy cow. Okay. And that is a big impact. Like you actually like shove him back in the air a little bit as he begins floating. He's pissed at you. It's the thing. As he begins like floating into that direction. That's a big hit though.
All right, that was my bonus, and I can't move.
Okay, all right. He sees you in the water, not moving.
so the
Okay.
sequence is you do like a meep over the edge of the wall, like he sees it, make eye contact, steady aim, shoot him in the face, then pop back down.
Yeah, as much cover as I can get, which probably won't matter here in a second.
It might matter. Okay, let's see if his psionic attack comes back. It does not recharge.
Oh, thank God.
It's fortunate.
Okay. Floating further to try to get out of this sunbeam. The dude. Okay. Yeah. Okay. What he wants you, but you have cover no matter what right now.
Right.
So it'd be difficult to do. Do you have anything fancy? Oh, okay. Yeah, there's some fancy stuff here. Well, yeah, maybe not. Maybe right, maybe not. That's not very fun. That thing. Okay, cool. You see this last.
Also, I
Okay.
use that just because I want his soul. So this was a little
Interesting.
red cap that came out and attacked one of the zombies nearby because that was the soul trinket.
Okay, cool. Okay. This guy is floating further along above the plants. The lightning strikes around. You see lightning coming down near it, and it bends into their hand as he then launches that towards you. Whispers.
Oh my.
You are gonna have. Hold on, let me just check. Just need to check cover actually, real quick. Cover. It's definitely not that. It's not a portcullis or arrow slit. I think half cover is appropriate if you've had, because you had to step out to shoot and then can't move. Actually, if you had to step out to shoot him, you are exposed because you can't move
Yeah.
to do
Yep.
that. Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Bolt of. They are casting a spell, if that matters for anybody.
I'm not close enough.
Okay.
Need 60 feet and I'm 90.
Unfortunate for me.
Okay, that's a 24 to hit Whispers.
Sure will do.
Okay. That is going to be 27 force damage.
Uncanny dodge works here.
It is an attack.
Back.
Yeah,
Yep, you can use your
Yeah.
action to have the damage.
there you go.
So 13,
Yep. Okay. You
and then I'll just wink at him.
hell yeah. Between the two, honestly.
Actually,
darn.
wait. I'm gonna take that full damage.
You want to take? Okay, you want to take the whole damage?
Take the full damage.
Okay, sure.
Huh.
I told you I want his soul.
I want your
Okay.
I need my reaction for it. Alright,
Okay.
so
Crazy.
And
13.
Durham, one bolt comes in your direction as well. A 22 to hit. Mr. Durham.
Sorry, a 22 will hit.
Okay, very good. For 29 force damage. Are any of these spells concentration?
Oh, my goodness.
Call
Call
lightning
lightning
is
there is.
concentration.
Call lightning is concentration. Okay.
It's still only a. What happened to my?
It's like a DC 14 con save.
I need to make a DC 10 con save for the Wall of Fire for when I
For
get
the
hit
Wall of
by
Fire?
the. I can't actually fail that save. Never mind.
I will use an inspiration to try and maintain this.
Okay, easily maintain. Don't forget if you're taking damage from little small zombie hits that you do need to check your concentration with that kind of thing. Okay. One last blast. I think it's gonna be to Rainier. Right? Who else is around? Yeah, like Rainier's been the one doing stuff. With the laser beam from God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I have been.
Okay, that is a nat 20, baby.
Okay.
Okay, just a casual 47 points of force damage.
47. Okay.
Yep.
You just reminded us about concentration saves. I forgot I've been concentrating, so let me just throw in a couple extra while I'm here.
Sure.
Okay, it's gone. Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's fine that it did a bunch of work as it is.
Yep.
Yeah, it did incredible amounts of work here for sure.
Okay. And can you give that damage one more time?
The damage of from the attack is 47 points of force
47.
damage.
Cool.
Okay. Okay, that is its turn. Lelas.
Okay. We're here, him. We're still targeting Tentacle Boy. Oh, there it is.
Only one hits.
On this one. That's 10. Ooh. Don't like that. Gonna stick with it. Bonus action, the Sargo bite.
Okay.
How high up is he?
He's only like a few feet off the ground, just high enough to get all out of the difficult terrain. So Basar can easily get to him.
I don't think that would hit.
14 is a miss.
Okay. And yeah. Okay. And that is that, because I don't think I have anything else.
Okay, hell
Yeah, my
yes.
spot's pretty safe right now for my range.
Your spot is relatively safe. There's very few that are like around because again the difficult terrain and everything. There are
Mhm.
still some. It's just the damages are just lower dies that are being rolled for it all. So
Yeah.
that's 4 bludgeoning.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Ooh, okay. A whole bunch of zombies are. Okay, the center area is clear of zombies from the storm, the burning light. Um, Ember has kept this section clear. Anything coming in from the top has been stormed and lasered. This has been walled to protect them. Honestly, like you guys have actually cleared this whole courtyard of like any meaningful threat. Because any like 1 or 2 that are like left in the difficult terrain, they can't get anywhere in any meaningful amount of time and will be struck down by lightning and various attacks of yours. So the interior courtyard is currently safe. Um, Okay, yeah, actually no. However, there are zombies actively like there are some that were like already going into this house. So you do hear um actually with the storm, I don't think anybody hears anything from that side. Um but you are aware that there are zombies like entering into this location. Okay, Rainier.
Sorry, I'm
Uh,
sorry. I did not see a ping. Which location are they entering into?
This house here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They've broken in through that back door and are entering in.
Okay. Well, this guy is still alive, and that's scary. So we'll try to amend that as quickly as we can.
27 hits. 12. Okay.
Oh,
20 hits.
oh my
Another
God.
12.
Yeah, let's re-roll that D12 though. Or sorry, D10. I knew that. That was another D12. It'll be an extra 8, so total of 20 for that second attack.
Okay. 20 will do it. From the various lightning strikes and arrows and magical attacks on this creature, that arrow just beams through. You see as it is like in the middle of beginning to like cast and draw more magic to it. You can see it kind of it its form like comes down on the ground as it's like like holding its area of the chest where you've hit it. You see this like black ichor coming out of the wound where it is. It collapses into piles of other bodies, the thick terrain here. And I'll say circumstantially, the disguised self zombie form is like peeling and fading and burning away.
Oh,
And you see where it was a horrifically tentacled creature in its place.
Reaction creates alternate kit.
You, you got it. What trinket do you get?
It's still just a little pocket watch,
Okay, cool. I love it.
but
I
it's
love it.
got a picture of the Alhoun, and I'm sure it looks like a little darker and grungier than the others.
Hell yeah. With this commander of what this horde here, when it dies to command them, this remaining horde is easy to clean up. If you all want to describe like a cool heroic thing you do or any sick stunts, you are welcome to.
Since I guess I was up next, I would have just flown across very quickly, like landed, as their backs are to me, and just let loose with the upcast scorching ray.
Hell yeah, just beams of energy just soaring and blasting over them. Hell yeah.
Is anybody hurt in there?
There are a lot of hurt people.
Okay,
As eventually the storm will either be canceled or fade or
Yeah.
whatever.
just
Yeah,
in case, because I was gonna do it for myself. I will do the bonus action to do the hasted thing, and then do mass cure wounds.
Okay, cool. Any commoners are going to be like instantly healed up if you hit them with it for sure.
Yeah, I have to choose.
Hmm.
I can only choose a few, so I'll just like glance for the ones that are actively down and or bleeding out.
Yeah. I mean, there would have been people like being carried out,
Mhm.
there
Yeah,
as
so
well.
I get 5 of them.
Oh yeah,
With
excellent.
that.
Derm, what other amazing feats do you perform to save the town?
Durham will use wild shape into a giant eagle and fly around the perimeter of this storm, picking zombies up and chucking them into the storm where they get zapped by lightning.
That's good.
That's
That's
fucking
right.
cool.
That's cool.
Oh.
Yeah, every now and then there's the illumination as like a body is just like a white background, dark outline of body as the lightning strikes into it. Yeah, that's awesome. What about Ember Prime? What kind of cool stuff she's getting into?
I got one channel divinity left, so I am clearing a swath of little undead in an attempt to get to that building. I'm trying to run through into uh, barrel along the path that Durham has created to this building, bust out through the back and get to those burning buildings. I'm guessing that it's way too late by now, but Ember Prime is still going to do her best at try.
Yeah, the buildings, unfortunately, the buildings and whoever was in there, they've been burning for a while. But there's plenty of, undead around the area that are unmade in your holy word. Incredible. Anything Whispers wants to do?
Yeah, outside of just like shooting myself, I'm just gonna call on a bunch of spirits to just rise up and start attacking what little enemies are remaining. So it's just a bunch of zombie versus spirits fight.
Oh my god. Zombie versus spirits.
Is one of them
Holy.
Ember's first love?
Oh no.
Why would you bring that up?
I actually think that was the first one that I used. Which I
Oh,
wanted to say, at least he finally got his drop kick in.
he's drop kicking up there with the angels.
Oh hell yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. No, you're dead, sir. Laylis.
So he is going to like, I call it ninja run. It's not ninja run, but it's ninja run along like this fence post. I'm trying to change the thingy. Yeah, he's gonna ninja run along like the fence post and put up the bow and pull out the family heirloom sword. And that and the short sword. And he is basically just like Beyblade spinning or like twirling between the undead and like cutting off legs, heads, like pushing them over, stabbing them as they go, and then whistling to call Basar as Basar is like running by with the 3 heads, just snapping them and dragging them on the ground.
Hell yeah.
Maybe flying up, dropping them, and then Power Ranger style, they land together and they start riding together as they just like burrow through. And he's Basar's like setting the short sword and the family heirloom sword with cold imbuement as they go through and just start slashing and biting things.
Hell yeah. An elemental blender just ripping through the remaining hordes here. What about Rainier?
I think that it's been like steadily pressing inward, just step after step, braining zombies with like the haft of the crossbow and manually just and systematically one by one and fighting flashbacks the whole time. Um, uh, Hoping to get to one of the buildings that has people in it to check on them, but prioritizing the elimination of the threat.
Yeah, yeah. um, uh, you all cut through the remaining undead horde here to gather up the survivors and get them out of the buildings to safety. Um, you there are like you know that there are more coming, especially those that are like in the air flying. There are still more heading in here. Um, you could stay and fight a protracted battle if you wish, or do you want to like get these people and get them out of here?
I think we should probably save who we can.
Save them meaning evacuate or
Yeah, evacuate.
Yeah, Durham is absolutely focused on evacuating whoever's
Yeah.
still alive.
if that's what Durham's doing, then I will help with that.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll stay behind a little bit to like make sure whichever one's closest. Like I'll just take out one by one.
Yeah, hell yeah. You gather the survivors together, pushing them towards, the direction where your cart is to get them, just out of town, grouped up together. Several of you defending their retreat. You all save collectively about 30 survivors here. Some you recognize, some you don't, just having, not interacted with the people very much and not having seen them in a long time. Um, uh, n- the remaining forces, as you are making your retreat and getting everyone to safety and then pulling away from the town to not pull more undead towards you, um, you can as you're leaving the scene in the in the background, you just see the hordes of undead just descending upon what remains of Oakenstall. A few more fires break out. While the town may have been lost for the moment, the people that make the town a place to live are alive. And you all have saved the survivors of Oakenstall here. Incredible. You make your way back to the old road. Survivors in tow. It's slow going. Um, a lot of them, you have your various means of healing people and tending to their wounds via magic or just mundane, hey, wrap something on it, that sort of thing. um but you now have about 30 plus survivors in your retinue together. They look to you for what to do here.
Well, as I see it, y'all have some choices to make. We are headed to Morass. You are welcome to go with us there. Just for the meantime until you figure out what you're doing.
You see, there's a glances and there's some discussion back and forth between some people. Um, they all seem to be in agreement of uh, they. I mean, they certainly can't return, and staying with you all is certainly safer than trying to go it on their own. And the old road, travel in numbers, is the safest way to go. So they agree to move to travel with you. Um, whether they get off at the next town over or Morass remains to be seen. But they, for the time being, they will travel with you. Incredible, excellent work. Um, you all have quite a big camp to make this evening. Those that are able-bodied will certainly help the process for it, but I mean, this is a lot. I mean, this is. I mean, you're as large as some like your travel party right now is as large as some of the larger caravans that trade caravans that run these roads. These people also like have nothing with them.
Yeah.
So they will need help getting food and water to be able to eat and everything, be taken care of at camp.
Not
Have you
firm, but I
guys?
can summon some food starting tomorrow, enough to feed quite a few people. It'll
This
it,
is
it won't be as tasty as you're used to, but it'll feed you. Essentially, I can create food and water, which will feed up to 15 humanoids. So I will have to basically burn 2 third-level spell slots every day to feed everybody.
Does anybody have any expertise for organizing a camp?
I got it.
All right. I mean, if you need me to draw attention, just let me know.
I'll start breaking camp with people.
Okay.
I believe I have rations in inventory, so I can start handing out food too.
Oh yeah, that is. They eagerly, as you guys finish your journey and begin making up a camp for the evening, they eagerly go after the food rations. um, do you have
I
enough to feed all these people?
38 rations in the bag.
Those are the Merv rations. Oh fuck. Yeah, those were the pile of rations Murph left behind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, okay. You'll have
Oh.
like 3 or 4 left over.
Mm-hmm.
After feeding, all of the civilians here, not even yourselves at that
I'm
point.
Yeah, I'm good emptying it out of the inventory, and we'll just say we've used it all today.
Use it. Okay, cool.
On the
Of course, you guys are like you have good buried yourselves, so you're
Yeah.
okay for that.
on this first day, Durham is going to burn whatever spell slots he needs to continually cast Healing Spirit, so that there are just glowing little floating motes of spores floating between our new companions until everyone whose wounds can be healed are healed.
Fantastic.
As that is going on, he will also ask our new traveling companions who is interested in joining a hunting party, more in an effort to give these people something to do than counting on them to hunt for themselves.
Mm. There are a few able-bodied people that have some experience in that.
Great. I will. Let's see what I've got.
If you're skilled in survival, they'll give you advantage on the check if you want to see like how well they do.
Sure.
Very well. You guys actually come back with quite a good amount of food. Uh, if prepared and luck stays with you, then you'll actually be able to feed everyone for tomorrow as well. As long as like the nothing happens to the food or anything like that, it doesn't get like spoiled or anything.
Excellent.
Hell yeah.
I'll
Um,
go full bard in the evening just to like distract everyone from the trauma. Like while they're all decompressing and some of them are, starting to crash as the like adrenaline wears off.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just start playing music all night.
Hell yeah. It is very appreciated to help even the mood out. And a few people, had like bellies full, out of danger. There's a few like spirits raised. There's laughter and smiles. Not everyone, but a fair amount.
Yeah.
They survived this encounter. You see a couple people passionately embracing their survival
Mhm.
together. Yeah, spirits are elevated for sure. A very memorable performance you've done this evening as well.
Do the people that we know, the elven lady and her boyfriend, uh, are they here? Are they alive? I also have in my notes Gunloda the bartender from Manticore's Tale. Are any of the people we recognize? Are they dead?
We'll find out. For Gun Loda, I'll have you roll a d100. Um,
I don't like that. I don't like that the odds are in my
it's
hands.
your hands. They are alive.
Woohoo! I think I will I don't think I make a point to see how if these people recognize us, but I would think they could at least recognize Ember Prime. And so I'll leave that at that.
Yeah, the people that have, some people recognize you all from previous travels or stopping in. The visit you had. The visit you had was certainly memorable.
That
For
is true.
sure.
We solved a crime.
Yeah, you guys solved crime.
We solved a crime and gave a guy a dowry.
Was
Yeah.
that like one of my first outings as all?
No, this was
No.
on our way to Maras.
The very first time.
hmm This
Yeah.
is where we learned that Laylis has no problem with murder explicitly.
This is one of the times Laylis told us how much he likes murder.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the first time, to be clear. It's stuck in my brain.
Okay, wait. Maybe I need a recap on that one because I don't think I've ever outright explicitly like Laylis will walk up and start stabbing people. I
You
don't
got
think
no,
you
it
guys
was.
hear it?
no,
He's talking about
that
stabbing people right now.
what you did was kind of lean in and you said, so this guy who's stealing stuff, we can go to his place and demonstrate to him some violence that comes from being a bad member of the community. And I was like, whoa, I don't think we need
Yeah,
to do that.
yeah. Never mind. Okay, okay. I can't complain about that one. I can't argue that one.
You know what? That does sound like me.
Now that you say it out loud. Rainier is you and Gunloda share a few words to each other. They kind of lean in and give you a little nudge. You look down and see they just have like a very small flask. They're kind of like nodding to you, like, go on, take a swig.
Happily, I got 20 HP.
Yeah. It's not a healing potion, but it burns the throat in a
Yes,
similar way.
yes, it is.
Yeah. It is a healing potion. It's for my fortitude, my
You know what?
constitution.
I still have my fucking probably one of my favorite items that I've held on to this long. A mug that gives me a cool drink if I want it. So I'll just pour into my magic mug.
Hell yeah. They give you a little cheers, you make a face with their drink, and then they head back to take care of some of the companions they've been helping on the road here. Incredible. Saved what remains of the town of Oakenstall, have fed these people, healed them. This is a big heroic day for the 5th season. Vanquishing evil and saving lives.
Rainier.
Yes.
Word.
Yeah, I'll get up and meet with you.
How do you feel about the way things ended in Oakenstall?
Well,
I wish we were better able to ensure these people could be safe in their homes. But the saying is we can't.
Yes, I do believe we made the best of a bad situation. I was concerned because I know your personal, perhaps religious oath against the enemy we faced. I thought perhaps you may have wanted to stay and finish the job.
Yes, but the oath is more appropriately to protect people. And in this instance, it we do a better job of doing that, of getting them out of here.
Hmm.
I made a bad call once about staying behind for the same purpose, given that at the time it was gnolls and they seek out flesh. But two people died, and I do not want to make that same mistake again.
Well, all anyone can ask is that we learn from our mistakes. I thank you for sharing. I was unclear on the details of your religious order. I am glad to hear it puts value on preserving life above ending on death.
I am too. Sort of one of the indicators that it's with good intent.
Hmm. Well, its tenants serve you well, and they are lucky to count you among their adherents.
It was very kind. And I must say, your demonstration of the understanding of the goddess's wills, I am highly impressed with the favors they are willing to offer you.
The sisters are powerful and generous with the gifts they offer. I am grateful that they deem me worthy.
I agree. I intend to offer to them as well today, given as much favor as they've graced us and the people of Oakenstall.
I am certain they will be happy to hear from you. Roast elk?
I
Up.
miss this. Thank you.
Very lovely.
Whispers is gonna go up to Zal. Zal, excuse me. Hey, Zal,
Mm-hmm.
that was really lovely what you did.
What?
The playing for music to calm everyone down.
Oh,
I have a request if you'll entertain it, but one of the tenets of my religion is to spread the stories of the people who I've witnessed die, and I've got a lot of them, but usually people don't want to listen to a long, drawn out story from some random stranger. But when you play, people listen. And so I was just wondering, maybe if you could teach me, I could turn those stories into songs and people would be more likely to hear it than me just spouting it randomly.
I could. I mean, we're gonna have to see if you're more of an order or if you are what your style is, I suppose. But to that point, um, you could do well. We could work on this together in the coming days with these people, but there's not a one of them who probably didn't lose someone there, right?
Yeah. I
So
mean,
we'll
it'll be my job to go around and ask for their stories.
right. So I'm thinking we can collaborate on that as sort of our first project on, if not a song, then certainly a story, right?
Yeah, I think that'd be great. Thank you.
Zal stretches like one of the long, like bugbear arms around you. Not tonight though. These people are absolutely uh gone, and it might be not be till tomorrow or the next day before any of them are ready to talk about anything.
Yeah, I've done a lot with survivors. It's best to give them time.
I suppose you might be the expert there. Okay, so we're gonna have to start with, can you play any instruments?
I don't have any formal training, but I tend to pick things up really well.
Okay, do you have any, how's your penmanship?
Oh, gorgeous.
Okay, that's a great start. We're gonna work on calligraphy. Well, I mean, you'll work on calligraphy.
If it helps too, I have a pretty decent singing voice.
Okay, well, I mean, we could put that to the test. I'm not gonna put you on the spot. Whenever you're feeling moved by the, I was gonna say spirits like a pun, but
I get it.
yeah, you just start. You want me to like set a tune or just give you an accompaniment? You can get after it.
I mean, I can ask one of the spirits to teach me a song.
I, I wasn't aware that you could just. Do they teach you how to sing at the same time?
Well, I don't know if I need singing lessons, but they certainly could. If I found an expert in the field, which is a lot easier than you might think.
Oh, hey. I mean, I know some like other professions would tell you like, well, there's no substitute for hard work, and you really got to dig down and master your craft. But having mastered a craft, all of that is bullshit. If you can cheat or cut corners, do that.
I guess that is asking the spirits is an unfair advantage that I have over other people.
Look, if you make something beautiful out of it, it's not unfair.
All right, well, whenever you have time, um, I'm willing to work with you. I'm more than
You're
happy to.
you're welcome to observe me tonight, because I'm gonna just be playing until most of these people go to sleep.
Okay.
Also, it's technically I can also play the horn and the viol and, well, the you've seen the viol and the pan flute.
I think the viol might be the most apt for me because that'll allow me to still speak to the dead.
Excellent. It is also the only one I still play.
Oh, okay.
Although it's also like I'd rather just give you a pan flute and you start working on that because I'm not using it currently.
Um, whatever you think is best, boss.
Hands you a absolutely beat to shit looking pan flute.
All right, give me an hour. And then he'll just turn to his left and say, "You don't know how to play this, do you?" "Oh, you do." And I will take a short rest to gain proficiency in performance.
Very cool. Very cool. Do you
That's
want?
funny as fuck, dog.
Yeah, that's very clever. It's very good. Do you want to give us a performance check, or do you want to decide how good you do on this try?
I would like to. There we go. Whoops.
I would like to assist with this because I'm definitely like playing underneath you to try
Yeah.
to like lift you up.
Okay, tight. Advantage. 17.
17 is
Pretty
great.
good. Pretty
Yeah,
good.
17 is great. Uh, that's wonderful. What would have been a very troubled night for these people is lessened. Um, they're
Uh,
just again warm, full bellies, good music, warm atmosphere, and the feeling of safety, having you all here.
and whispers, there is a conspicuous amount of. You notice like Zal, when you're using the pan flute, is giving you like how to use like, acrobatics because that was the instrument he played with the fool mask. It's like,
Okay.
yeah, no, you could do flips. You can do like it's much easier to do tricks while you do the pan flute and to
Oh, like
move
this?
around and
And then I have expertise in acrobatics.
yeah.
We're just gonna say it's amazing.
Straight up, the fool was just mimicking a rogue.
Like now he's just stunting on you.
Yeah, that hurts. Then again, I cheated too, so it's fine.
Oh, cool. Rainier, as you are getting yourself ready for night. I'm sure you all set up watches, etc. As you
Yeah,
do.
yeah, yeah.
As you
It'd be
all
crazy if we didn't give it the
yeah,
situation.
absolutely. Yeah, you're not that far away from what just happened. You set up your watches, and during your time, Rainier, things are quiet. Nothing comes for you guys at night, but you're just looking around and then thinking about all kinds of stuff, and that creature that had cast those spells, that its form changed to be a stranger creature underneath, it just starts to get to you a little bit, and you just start thinking about it more, considering like what was that thing specifically. But go ahead and make me. It is an undead creature. If you can make me.
Oh, thank
Um,
God, because if it were counted as an aberrant, I don't get the advantage.
right, yeah. But it counts as undead for your. I think it's your Hunter's Bane feature.
Yeah.
Intelligence checks for it. Um,
You said want nature?
yeah. We'll do nature for it. Yeah.
Okay. I also got an Arcana. I'm skilled in Arcana. If that.
You can do either one, whichever one you would prefer.
Okay. Let's do this one.
16. Okay. um, you've seen undead forms vary. For as simple as they are, they can vary pretty wildly, depending on the creature, the circumstances of its change, and either what spell or if there's any external augmentations that were made during it. commonly zombies and skeletons, but they have variations within them. But there are smarter monsters like the wights that were in the mix here. Retain intelligence and can order undead occasionally. And to see like a leadership structure is it's a very bad sign that things are here. Like the hordes are, their appearance as far as anyone can tell is random, but if there's leadership, maybe it might not be as random as previously thought, or perhaps it is, and these are just the ones that have emerged within the horde. There's a lot of questions that come up with this, but that creature isn't like anything that you've come across before. And though you didn't get super close to it in your collective efforts to, clear the space and get people, to safety, you came close enough to get a decent glance at it. It's so foreign looking from so many things that you had seen before. It reminds you more of the beholders than anything else in its strangeness. And even some of the like oddities that Firm is described in their time in some kind of sea on a vessel that flies in the sky. It's more akin to some of the things that they described as well. On a 16 Arcana check, obviously unsettling that this undead is like intelligent enough to do magic. That's a rarity thing, right? That is a very uncommon thing. And it was selective of like who it was targeting. On the 16 Arcana check here, it triggers a very old memory of a book that you had read, and there's an obscure passage in there about strange creatures that have been seen that are like an octopus person walking around. But there's only like a few sentences about them because they're like hyper rare. Um, uh, but they were named in the book, and they say that these people, as far as they can tell, the very little intelligence that has been gathered, that this creature is what's referred to as a mind flayer, and it is not a natural inhabitant of this world. It has come from another world. Um, so this essentially gives you some insight into what it is, a little bit, but also the fact that like it's not supposed to be here, and you don't feel like this has anything to do with the monolith. You feel that this connection that you're putting together, it like you look up at the Atropos in the sky, that is the moon should be brightening, but it is being eclipsed by this force. So the moonlight dimming every night as it rises and then begins covering it for that night. You feel that the Atropos is the connected to all of this. I mean, very obviously with the undead, but this strangeness, it still feels connected to it all.
Right. 16 being kind of moderate, do I have any indicator based off of what we obviously I did not stick around to investigate, so that's that's a whole thing, but any indicator as to maybe the natural status as it was an undead? Like obviously it did not like subscribe under as it's not a vampire because it wasn't forbidden to be in the sun, like anything I might be able to pull with a 16.
I mean, for this creature specifically, again, just because little is known about it, very very minor interactions, even in your order, who is like their job is to go after weird creatures like this. They're just so rare. As to its status, I mean, it was for sure undead. There's no doubt about it. It was undead. Um, I don't know that I don't know that you gain much more beyond that, unless you have like another.
Completely reasonable.
Yeah, like I don't know if you have any additional question about it.
I think the thing that is gnawing at Rainier's mind as maybe the sun is starting to rise and the like moon fades in the daylight is the thought that that thing um may get back up.
Hmm. Possible. There are unknowns about these things and whatever the Atropos is doing. It may be, it simply just may be possible the dead rise again, but you haven't seen that yet. The sun rises. It is the 26th of Flame Rule. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days until the full moon. You gather everyone together. It's slow going with this large a number. Takes a little more time to get everything ready for the day. And your travel begins once more. You're close to Maras, only 2-ish days or so away. Cool. We'll pick up there on next week.